Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Zero Escape 999 Part 24. Last time we completed the library puzzle room and got to hear Snake's explanation all about morphogenetic fields and the original experiment. We learned a quite interesting bit of information that apparently the girl who died back in the original Nonary game was named Akane, who you may remember is June's name, which is quite interesting. Then we came to this puzzle room, and it's from the devil. We completed two puzzles. One was it was actually really easy. The button one where you have to make the all clear come up, because I mean the actual solution when I solved it, it took like 15. I got reset like 15 seconds prior to getting the solution. It was like 5 steps. And it was complete by accident, basically. I just had been hitting buttons, and ultimately, eventually, you know, you press the buttons enough time, you'll finally get the solution. And then we messed around with this compass puzzle, which I was messing up because I don't know my cardinal directions because I'm an idiot, basically. What else is left? Metal shutter. It's framed with black and yellow warning stripes. Let's open it. All ice. That's pretty damn creepy. There's a coffin in there. A coffin. A coffin. Oh man, does Seven think... Yeah, he's all pale. He's thinking the same thing I am. No way. Could this be... God, my neighbors are screaming their fucking heads off. Please shut the fuck up. I mean, it's not gonna show up on the recording, but I can just hear them, and it's so distracting. I live in an apartment with really thin walls, and these people next to me are so awful. They're just awful people, and they never shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, but what's going on? It's a coffin. I wonder if there's a vampire in it. Right, I guess Clover and Snake don't know the story. Man, I can't bring myself to tell them. Well, let's unleash the killer mummy. There's a metal plaque on the coffin. Snake's touching it. All ice. Ah, the two machines. Holy shit. Man, this is serious. Well, let's open it, shall we? Clover, if you could give me a hand. Okay. I've got it. Killer mummy. Unleash. No? Okay, it's locked. I believe it's locked in some other way. Think you could open up with your superhuman strength? No, I think I'll just pass on this one, okay? What the heck? Very well, I'll just have to give up on the coffin for now. Let's look around the room a little bit more, shall we? Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge, beneath the navel of the gigantic. Well, this is a small chamber, alright. Well, I guess we're done with the coffin. So there's nothing... Things locked. I guess that's what we need to open that stuff. That's probably the key then. Something written. Let's see, we got 3 sheets of the stuff. Item. No. Menu. File. Information about Alice. No, wait. Morse code chart? Oh, here we go. Here's the stuff. So, because it was 2 and then a 1. So there's... Basically, there's 4 combinations? No, there's a little bit more. So, because it was 3... Let me get my sheet of paper ready. Because it was 2 lines, and then 4, and then a 1. So we know it ends in E. So we know our letter is, so let's go do. So it ends in E. And so what are our options? For our 4-liners, it could be B, C, F, or H. And then for our 2s, it's A or I. So it could be A, B, E is one combination. ACE is another. ACE. AFE. AFE. That's not anything. And then AHE. So far, it's looking like it's either Abe or Ace, and then the other possibility is I. So you have IBE, ICE. It's definitely ice. I'm just gonna stop there because IFE is nothing and IHE is nothing. So it should be dot 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 C, then slash dot slash dot, and then it ends in an E with a dot. Got it. Dude, I actually felt smart for once. That was like the first time that's ever happened. Yes, I understand. I understand. I know. Let me go. So we want to do dot dot. Oh, it gives you the sheet here. Oh, well, whatever. Lord of all things ice. The answer was ice. Hey, how did you know? All I had to do was listen to the sounds the machine made. After that, it was a trivial matter to decode them. Yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere on the other right side of the device as we solved the puzzle. It sounded rather like something sliding open. So we're missing one thing. Oh, he said the coffin is unlocked. Okay. I thought, God, I even paid attention because I'd assumed he was saying stuff about pressing the thing. Fine, I'll open it. Okay, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a box. It's just a box. Oh, holy shit, this is a coffin. There's gonna be something horrible in there. I just know it. Okay, okay. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Here we go. There's nothing there. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Shit, I can't believe I was scared of something like that. What do you mean, nobody? Were you expecting someone to be in there? It's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime. Well, two somethings, in fact. What is it? Ah, our key and our thingamawhatser. So I don't remember what it was that had me stuck, because I guess we're done now, right? Because I assume the key card will be in the desk. I guess maybe I didn't realize you were supposed to come back and touch the coffin again, or maybe I couldn't find the cabinet. I don't remember, because I remember being stuck in this room for a decent amount of time. But none of these but it wasn't look of a puzzle because none of these puzzles are that hard. I mean, even the all clear one, which was more difficult, eventually you can just get it through trial and error, right? What am I doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna come back here. Oh yeah, we have to actually put them in the right order. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So it's steering wheel. Oh, this is a puzzle. What the fuck is this? These are the rules. Here, I'll read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, I vaguely remember this. That area will be selected and will turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause the ball to be moved to that area. You cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls in a single area. So do we just have to make the digital route? The digital route of the balls in the area must match the number of that area. This doesn't seem that hard. Practice makes prefix. Let's give it a shot. Don't you mean practice makes perfect? Hey, let's see you solve the next one then. You can make fun of me. Yeah, I mean, we do solve all the puzzles, so. I mean, this. I know I said this should be easy, but it probably means I'm going to struggle at it for 15 minutes then. So we just need to make, so we need to use all the numbers, except for 9, to make digital roots of 6 and 3. So this, like, this should actually be the one puzzle that everyone else, like, you know, the party members should be able to do because they're all math whizzes. So let's try, oh, as the neighbors continue to scream their heads off. So we want to make 15 and 12. Would be the easiest way to make the respective digital roots. We could also do, like, you know, go into the double digits, like the 20s, and make the digital roots. So let's see, this is 6 and 7. If you add those together, you get 13. I know, I'm a lord of math. So 13 plus 8 would be, so 6, 7, 8 is 13 plus 20, 21. And so we could make 24. So 21 plus 3, and does this make 3? That's 9 plus 10, which is 12, which is the answer. Check. Okay. I didn't expect it to be that easy. Okay. I mean, that redeemed. I feel a little redeemed for that. A little redeemed with my digital root skills. But nothing's happening. There's still 3 more indentions. Oh, do we have to do this multiple times, I bet? Already forgot which one it is. The cross. Something showed up on the screen. This puzzle looks like a lot like the last one. There's more of those red balls you can't move. Okay, so that's like the first level of it. That wasn't supposed to be hard. Got it. Picture is worth 1,000 wards. Fucking GG support won't buy wards. At least I'm trying, alright? Okay, so now we can't use 1. Fuck, I don't remember what our solution was. Because we used 1, 2, and then like 4 and 5, I think, to make it last time. Granted, it's different numbers now. So the easiest way to make 1 would be probably make 10. What's the most complicated way we can make 10 though? Because we can't just use 3 and 7. So we could do like 4 and like 2, 3 is 5 plus 5. And then this would make 10 plus 17. 17 plus 8 is, I know my math, is 25, which is 7. That's awesome, Junpei! There's only 2 left now. You could do it! This is where we get stuck on the last one for 1,000 years. Coffin? Yeah. I mean, I can't see the numbers. Okay, yes, this is the 3rd time we've done it, so this, you can't think of anything clever. Please don't strain yourself. You might have heard something. Ah, shut up. Just give me a break, alright? I'll think of something. Okay, so now we can't use 3, so we need to make 2 things of 7. Best way to make 7 would be to make 16. How to best make 16? 16. So we could do, that would be 11, that would be 15. So this is 13, that would make 18, which is too much. We could do 8 and 4 is 12, plus 15 is too much. So 8, and then another 8. So we'll try 2, 6, 8, and then this makes 9 and 7, which is 16. Dude, I've unlocked it. The math. I can see the matrix. We have finally done it. Well, granted, I probably shouldn't celebrate yet, but I think this is probably the last one. Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. So we have 5 numbers available to us. So that means 1 has to be a group of 2 then. So we want to make 17 and 18 respectively. So 17, best way to make 17. That's 12. 12 plus 4 is 16, which is 7. No, that's not right. So we could do 4, 5, and 8, which is 9 plus 8 is 17, so we can do 4, 5, 8, and then 2 and 7 more. Nine plus 8 is 17. Put those together, you get 8. 2 and 7 is 9. We don't have... There's no way you can do 2 groups of 3 though. Can you use the same number twice? What? I mean, we can't make 2 groupings of 3. We don't have the correct number of numbers. I mean, I am correct here, though, because that's 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 was digital root of 8. This combination will not open the door. What? Am I just, like, completely messing up my math again? 4 plus 5 plus 8 is 17. That should have a digital root of 8. And 2 and 7 is obviously 9. Okay, maybe I should read it again. When you touch a numbered area, touching a reference will cause the ball to move to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. All the balls in the area have mass match number. But we don't have enough balls. Yeah, okay, how do I... Can you, like, check them independently, maybe? Like, could I go... what did we decide? We decided 4, 5, and 8. There are numbers left. So we have to use all 5 to make the number? So then the best way to make would be 26. So, I mean, but then will we just put all the numbers in? Because... I don't understand. Because there's not enough... What? How is that the answer? That doesn't make any fucking sense. We didn't put anything in one of the boxes, then we just put all the numbers in one. What the fuck? Okay, that made no fucking sense whatsoever.
A picture?
That's not a key card.
What the?
Oh, it's them. It's the fucking the masterminds, and they're young.
What the hell is this?
This man with a mustache on the right.
That's the captain.
He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters. He had the zero bracelet on his left arm. And the second man, with the glasses and a doctor's coat.
That's Mr. Knifey.
He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit...
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture?
You would think Ace would look a little bit. I mean, he looks very young there. Because I mean, this is what a picture was taken 9 years ago, right? Like, you feel like he'd be a little bit older in this picture than. I guess he's not that old in the current times, but.
Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too.
Cap.
And they look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these 4 men connected?
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently though. Ace, the 9th man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
Well, yeah.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
The back?
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
Okay, Snake, no need to get fucking smarmy on us.
Huh. Praying for the success of the Nonary project.
Oh yeah, it's all the guys.
With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido.
It's them boys.
Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago. That means Ace, the 9th man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be.
Yeah, it's almost as if we already knew.
Why? Why am I not surprised? Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
Ah, of course. I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Well, I guess that also confirms that Snake didn't know this previously, because, you know, the safe ending Ace's whole thing is that he just knew that Snake knew who he was, but it turns out that Snake did not know who he was. So, he murdered other dude for no reason whatsoever, basically.
Ace is Hongo?
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence.
Maybe not. Maybe he did have... So he had a hunch, but he didn't have anything definitive.
I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil.
It's not like he knew it, per se.
I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada. But Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
So he was actually in the ship.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, I would have told everyone else.
He's very true.
And
You're
if
very
you
right.
did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago.
And then bloom!
I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
We still don't have the key card.
Sure.
Hongo Kubota. Nijisaki Musashido. Hongo Kubota. Nijisaki Musashido. Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashido.
Come on, you can do a 7. Activate your brain.
Hey, Seven, do you...
Shut it. Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashido.
You know what they say in situations where you can't remember something, the best thing is to actually think of something completely different, and then it'll, like, pop back into your mind.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary project.
I can't remember, have we... Yeah, because we wouldn't have done his backstory in this playthrough, so to speak, or this route. I mean, we know his backstory, obviously, but... Because we didn't go through door number 7 with it, we went through door number 8, I think.
Shit.
Yeah, so we don't actually know that 7 used to be a detective and that he was involved in investigating the...
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
Or, like, you know, we know it, but the characters don't, I guess is what I'm saying.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
Oh, let's play the serious music.
What?
Let me tell you what happened.
No, about all of it, you mean you're not gonna, like, blue ball us at the end there with, like, you're in the vents?
Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other 3 are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man. And Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
You really want to know?
Oh god, that's ominous.
Of course.
Me too.
I mean, we are all gonna drown in like 10 minutes, but you know.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
I mean, we could walk and talk.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just give us the short version, all right?
Short version, huh? All right, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
I mean, plus, you know, we already kind of know the basic story, so.
I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, as I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of
16.
kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common: a history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it.
Yeah, so this is basically all kind of the same.
No doubt about it.
There's
I moved
humans.
before I realized. I came out of hiding.
Then he gets jumped.
I felt met.
Drop. I could
It was
just
like the
tie an
exact
anchor to
same
your
as-
feet.
As
No one would find you for a week.
that line maybe new, but
What would you want? The fish here would love a meal.
and I mean, Seven's got enough to feed quite a few fish. 'Cause, I mean, he's like what, 83 feet tall?
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said. Suddenly, there was a sharp pain.
A drug.
A
That was my
drug.
last thought.
I forgot about that line.
My face hit cold
Okay.
concrete. I woke up on a hard. Damn it! I did a quick once-over of the room.
So
Where
they're
am
just
I?
like actually gonna do the
Small,
entirety.
shabby
thing.
bed.
I don't really want to hit
Toilet
skip
with
though,
no
so I think we're
privacy.
just gonna kind of like just keep
I'd
skipping
say-
through it.
I'm in a
manually.
cell, huh? Facing the toilet was still pretty woozy. I
Just-
pushed and pulled on it, but it won't open. Not like I expected much. Through my sign again. Huh. I sat there for a very. Then
It's the 9
the
door.
voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall. No, that's not it.
Well, what do we do now, or where do we go now?
Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the
I love this
There it
picture
was.
of him fucking all puzzled. And also, look how tiny this vent is. How the fuck did he fit in?
The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there
I mean,
kids here?
like, just his hand takes up, what, a third of the grate, basically?
But then when my inside man told me, popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It didn't matter.
Uh-huh,
I checked
yes.
the poop. I stuck my. And then.
There's no way he could fit. It's impossible.
I finally got the damn sweat. The first bit or so was tight. I had a wriggle on my belly.
It was more than tight. It was literally impossible for you to fit.
It wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut.
Like, I think we're kind of starting to get into new stuff
Then
now.
there was a voice.
Yeah. Why is there an emergency incineration command? So they got 18 minutes? Wasn't it only 10 when it got activated? When Ace activated it?
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young sounding voices.
Yeah, because last time it just like cut off when it was like around here. Or it just showed the picture of like Ace like looking into the room, like the big
A
room.
bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. It made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top, and there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size.
Of course, it's 9 walls.
Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were, the kids I'd been searching for. They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent, for the moment, from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously.
I wonder who that could be.
I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
Dude, it's weird hearing young Santa, like the way the voice actor's doing his voice.
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Y'all didn't happen to like carry a rope with you, did you?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile.
Yeah, I would understand panic. It's like, you know, you hear this incinerator, it's like, well, fuck you kids, you're done. I'm gonna go save my hide.
Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me.
The rope?
Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done.
Yeah, I hope it holds up.
All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Huh. Wait a sec. Something was off.
Where are the other kids?
There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Incineration will begin in...
So it's possible the original experiment really was designed so that only 3 to 5 people could actually survive.
5 minutes.
The wall shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here!
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. The first one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you would think they wouldn't approve too kindly of this.
God damn it!
Holy
What's
shit.
going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
I want to be careful there, Ace.
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
Let's go.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit! 15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me. No!
Dude, Hongo, chill out.
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor. You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Good thing he doesn't have a gun this time.
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in
And then Ace got burned to death and incinerated, and everybody lived happily ever after. The end.
1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me.
Yeah, probably best to go ahead and get away from the door. Just because fire and stuff.
No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall. A plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there...
Yeah, that's not good.
It's perfectly fine, actually.
That meant we better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up and up. Our feet pounded the steps, our arms pumping fast. We went round and round and round, and the devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid's sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Akane. That's strange.
It's not a name that he recognized from the kidnapped
I
kids.
didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too, and so did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
Took a rest.
No, that's impossible.
Yo.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go.
Wouldn't it be better to let the... Well, no, I don't know if he does... I don't know, who would be best to go back?
Hey kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait! I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail. I'm going after him. You two keep going, alright? You got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy...
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated, and then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
Oh, shit.
we heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
Akane!
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Seven, shouldn't you get in there? You know, he's quite tall and large.
You're too late, idiot!
What the fuck?
Hongo
You're like,
lifted
nah,
Akane
nah.
bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator. Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
he started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
Well, she's okay for now.
You came back!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Why didn't you slip out at the same time?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me! I'm really scared! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die!
It's gonna be alright. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise!
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door.
Yeah, definitely.
Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
So I mean, what's the end goal there?
What happened then?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
So why, like, we still don't know why he lost his memory in the first place.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but
Are you 100% sure she died?
there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, and in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
Can I ask you one more thing?
Well, we're at 46 minutes, so it's definitely, that's an okay enough stopping point. We're going to go ahead and call it here, guys. We'll kind of continue the Seven's, recollections in the next video. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.